Yo, yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Black Rabbit here. Today I just want to break down Skyline a little bit for, for some of my supporters or whatever.
Team deathmatch.
Um, we want to
Time to get
go
our hands
over
dirty, Black
some
Ops.
rush routes,
Get to
and I
work.
want to go over a couple of spawn points, a couple of hints and tips and stuff like that for hard point and like team deathmatch domination, stuff like that. All right, so as you can see right here, this is my main spawn point. So when you're on this side, this will probably be one of your main spawn points right here. Somewhere around here is like your secondary spawn point, and somewhere around this area, like this general area right here, would probably be like your backup, you know. So we have three main spawn points. This is the starting spawn point. This is probably your spawn point number two, depending on what the team's doing. If the enemy team is on the other side of the map toward this angle, you'll be spawning over here, okay? If they're back there on this side, you will be spawning more over here. So when you're on this side and you happen to die, even if you died over here and you spawn right here, know that enemies could be pushing you from this kitchen. So if you spawn here, your first reaction should be to look to your left because more than likely somebody could be coming up that way, especially if you're going against a pretty good team. They'll be pushing really hard. So they'll probably be coming that way. So you'd want to look this way. That's just for like in game, you know? If you spawn over here, like in the middle of a match, that means the enemies are more than likely on that opposite side, probably fighting more toward the top of this area up here, maybe by piano, something like that. But again, you should be looking this way because they could be coming, from that poolside area and rushing through this kitchen. A lot of times, like, they could give you a spawn like this, but enemies could still be pushing you and could be pretty close. So if you do spawn over here, you should be watching kitchen. Make sure nobody's coming through kitchen. And then, if anything, you want to make sure nobody's coming through here. Because when you get this spawn area over here, enemies are pushing through this way more than likely and could possibly be pushing through this side of the map from that pool area, you know? For those players that don't really know spawn points like that, this is why I'm going over some of these tips. So when you get these certain spawns, you know how to react instead of just running back or running through here thinking like, you're John Wick or some shit. Like, that's not really going to help you out. That's not going to work for you because those enemies are pushing. A lot of times when you first spawn, you don't watch your kill cam and stuff like that. You don't even know where you died from. So just to have this type of knowledge, because I know like most players, like when we're in the action, you want to get right back into the action. So you're not busy watching kill cams and stuff like that. So a lot of times you don't see where you're actually getting pushed from. You just tap square and jump right back into the fight. And a lot of times that just causes you to die continuously because you don't know where the enemies are, you know? And we all do it. We all instantly skip that kill cam and want to get right back into the action. But again, if you know this type of knowledge, that could actually benefit you when you skip your kill cams because you'd know exactly where enemies are based on your spawn point, you know? Like I said, if you're spawning over here, more than likely enemies could be at top on the other side, watching across. They could be at pool, something like that. So, like I said, that's why I wanted to go over some of these tips. And more than likely, if you get like a spawn point like this in the middle of a game, enemies could be pushing through here, but they could also be spawning back there or possibly back there, you know? So for my players that like to rush, I just want to show like a really quick couple of rush routes. So if you do get this spawn, this is what you could do possibly to really get you started good in a match. So from your base spawn point, which is about right here, I want you to just instantly go right up here. Okay, this would be like your best rush route. You want to either pre-aim here, right there, because when the enemy spawns, they come up those stairs immediately. They spawn right there at those stairs. It's occasional that other players would take another route and then they'll end up over here. So what you should do off of that base spawn back there, okay, after you come up these stairs, I want you to start cooking your nade. You see nobody there, you want to toss that. You know, this is usually not here. But, okay, boom, you start cooking your nade about right here. You see nobody, you want to run through there and chuck that. Where you're chucking that, you want to chuck that right to the piano, because most players pre-aim that piano. Because based off of their spawns, when they come through there, if they don't go up these stairs, they come right to piano. If they skip piano, they could be right here, or they could just be trying to rush immediately to get to this pool area, you know? Or if they're really smart, they probably took an underground route. And that underground route, let me shoot my way through there. Okay, that underground route will end them up right here. So they could be pushing this, boom, 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 checking to see nobody's here, and then they could come around and sneak you from behind if you took in that route, you know? That is a pretty good route, but just make sure that you know it's possible that a smart SMG player could have took the underground route and came to get you. That's why I'd suggest, like, boom, you get this. This is usually my opening route right here. I start cooking my nade. I see nobody. I chuck that there. Boom. That'll either get somebody coming through there, get somebody at piano. You know, I kind of cooked that a little bit too long, but you kind of get the gist of it. Like, you want to be here, nobody there, chuck that, boom, get that. All right. You want to either create a little bit of smoke in that area, you want to possibly get a hit or anything like that. All right, now piano. If you pre-aim piano, most people will be more toward this side because they want to see people coming out of this door under here and things of that nature, okay? So I would suggest you take that as probably like opening route 1, okay? Opening route 2, because you spawn on this side, should be immediately, boom, here, pre-aim that really quick, and start aiming right here. Once you get right here, I want you to stop right here and start peeking that, and always make sure you check this first. If you take this route, you check this first, because some players get through there. You know, you want to boom, 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 make sure nobody's coming. And by the time you look here, enemies could be coming through this way. So that'll give you that quick jump off on that 1 or maybe 2 kills. All right. So when you're coming this way, you could, boom, take out those 2 guys and then immediately start coming toward this way. Because if anybody's at piano, they are still sitting there. You want to peek them, boom, if somebody's there, bomb, 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 get a few shots, maybe chuck a nade, something like that. You know, get a possible kill. Boom, you could get back. Some players like to take these extra routes. A lot of times it's players up here. If you make it around this way and you haven't seen anybody, they're probably up there. You could either take this way, get up here, boom, come out, get the drop on them right here, or catch them running down this hallway. Boom, 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 right there. Or if you have taken that route and, you know, nobody's over here, they're more than likely in kitchen. So instead of pushing through that way, because they're probably already making their way over. You can come back this way, aim. If you don't see anybody, boom, you take back to your main route, your main starting point. They could be over here by that time. All right. Most players love this area up here, up top, stuff like that. So always, if you can, just check that really quick. Most good players are coming out there and whatnot. Okay, so like I said, you're opening route 1 right up here. Opening route 2, take this way, either that way or that way. Like I said, if you do take this way, just be clear that you're way in vision right here. So you want to peek this first. This should be your first option to peek. Not straight here. Not straight here. Okay? This will get you killed. If you take this route, this is what's going to get you killed. So you want to always make sure that you peek that first. Because the enemy on their side, they spawn way back here. They spawn back here. This is like their main starting spawn. This right here. This whole area right here. It's diagonally across from where we spawn, on garden side. So when you're on helicopter side, helipad side, this is gonna be your main spawn right here. All right. So like I said, you want to use that route 1, route 2, or possibly this route right here. If you do go up there, if you're a player that likes to take this route, because some players do, I'd suggest you stop right about here, because somebody's more than likely coming right up that staircase over there. And I just want you to kind of, peek out. You see anybody? No. Boom. And then I want you to play. You have to play this cover right here. You can't just run out and immediately think like, oh, I'm good. I'm going to get kills, because you could get killed by a sniper over here just for peeking this, So you just want to be extra careful, because like if you spawn out, boom, and you're right here, boom, you get sniped, you're instantly right back at one of these 2 spawns. You're instantly right back there. And if you decide to come right back trying to get that revenge, guess what? That guy's already pre-aiming you, and he's probably going to kill you again. So that's why I usually go primary 1 or primary 2 right there. This is like, for me, I don't like the first spawn coming up this way, because I find like a lot of people die off of that. So my third route is to go immediately here. Boom, I stop, I open the door, boom, I take this route right here. I'm coming this way. I could activate that'll close off the gate up here. Let me show you. That closes off this gate up here. Okay, usually I like this. Boom, I come up here, I check this whole area. Once that's closed down, most players that are trying to come up this way, it's either locking them in here or locking them out of here. So this is my only area to watch. Once I come up, boom, I do a quick scan of the room. I watch this this doorway right here. You could crouch down if you like, whatever. Nobody comes through in a couple of seconds. You want to get out to this hallway immediately and get a kill or 2, possibly 1 running down this hall. That's my option 3. Okay? So we're going to take it from the other side now. All right? If you happen to spawn out here and your starting point is this way, my opening routes, let me see. From time to time, I like to just go here as my first option. just because it kind of throws players off a little bit, because I feel like the other side, you have way more of an advantage. If you do come up this way, I'd say stop right here. If I do open on this side, which is probably like my secondary route, if I don't think the team's like super good or rushing or whatever, like I don't usually take that route. But if they are rushing, I'm taking that route and then I'm going around and trying to get behind them. Okay. And then I go right up the stairs and try to pick off a few guys coming up this way. Because more than likely it's going to be one player more than likely sniping from here. Like most snipers, they come here or here because that's a quick kill for either side when you're sniping. Because like I said, most players, if they do go this route, 9 out of 10, they probably get sniped. It's almost like just like what's that map called? High Rise. Like, you know how like some opening routes, like they start off immediately and go right to a certain spot and they snipe from spawn to spawn. That's kind of how people play this map. They come right here or one right there. Usually those two guys are able to challenge each other. Sometimes one gets a kill, sometimes they kill each other. Or sometimes like it's just an AR guy that goes up there and then he gets sniped. Or an AR guy goes over here and then he gets sniped. So for me, if I do take this route, I like to chuck a nade right through that second window there. That blows up way back there. So for players that are like me that like to take that route to come up there and watch from these angles right here, from where I'm standing to where I used to be standing on the opposite side, that nade right through the middle of that window right there, that usually gets them. I play with frag grenades because I like to ricochet them off of the walls. And usually that helps me get that first kill, that first jump on enemies. And after I throw that first grenade, I immediately aim here. If I do see somebody, I probably let off a few shots and then I get back. Probably heal, boom, bam, bam, bam. Try to get that guy off of that. If I can't get that guy off of that, I come back to my primary route and then I usually go around. If I do see that guy that is over there, my initial move is to come around and flank him. I peep that and then I try to flank immediately right here. Okay? Because 9 out of 10 they're scoping, sniping, they usually get caught off guard with that. So if I do come around and then I happen to kill this guy or he does happen to kill me, I usually will spawn way back over there. But if I do happen to kill this guy, I'm watching our area because I still know our team is still spawning over there. I just want to make sure that no enemies have gotten through this tunnel right here. So if I can, I'll try to pick off and kill that guy before I look this way. Always look this way. Once you come up here, you want to look this way because somebody could be coming up right after. Because the guy that you just killed over here, he could have possibly spawned out over there, or maybe one of his other teammates have spawned out over there after being killed by one of your teammates in the kitchen area or something like that. So a lot of times, like I said, if I do get that flank off, I usually come up this way, boom, get the kill. Okay? If I think that guy is going to turn on me or whatever and kill me, I don't even challenge. I come and then I go around this way. A lot of times this way, I can get a few kills. I could possibly slide out. And by the time I slide out over here, that guy that, you know, is usually posted over there, he could be, you know, out making his way across here. So I can get that quick, easy kill. But I don't go past this hallway because anybody could be down there waiting to kill me. So I usually challenge from maybe like right here or possibly right there, you know? And then from here, I usually just, I fucked that nade up. Okay, so from here, I usually just bank that and that'll come down that hallway there. So even if it doesn't get the kill, I could get some smoke cover. Boom, boom, boom. Get a few kills right here. Maybe one, maybe two. Okay. So that's why I use that one route that I just showed you as like my route one. And like I said, I use that against teams that I feel could possibly be better than my team. You know, that's my usual route right there. This I would say would be like my secondary route. Or I usually try to come this way and challenge. Okay? So if I spawn out here and I cut this way. You cut this way, point that there, you come around. By the time you get here, somebody should be pushing. So you want to nade that immediately, get the cover. It's almost got to be like one motion. You got to be cooking the nade, toss the nade, get the cover, boom, watch your right flank. All right? So I'm going to just run through it real quick. This is what I would say would be like my option 3, okay? So that's like my first option. This is like my second option. Like I said before, you chuck that nade off of the wall, try to get that kill. But if we do spawn out here and I'm probably more toward this side, I usually just by default go with my route 3. Boom, bank here. You want to start tossing that right there and get the cover immediately. Boom, that went off over there. If I get a kill, I start moving through this way. Okay? You want to kind of just go cover to cover. Like when you come through this way, you just want to, you know, go cover to cover, cover to cover. So boom, chuck that nade, cover, boom, nobody's there. Boom, slide, get, you know, right about here. Usually it's a guy here, it could be a guy there, it could be a guy pushing you right around this area. So like you just want to be ready for anything right here. Boom. If nobody's there, I immediately come around this way. I don't even go around that way, okay? Because if somebody's around that way, I already know they're up there. Okay, so from here, I immediately go here and jump right up here. Usually, boom, pre-aim from here. If I could get a kill or two, I'll do that. And then from here, I'll just chuck that nade down that hole. Boom, get that explosion down there. That usually gets me a kill. If not, I'm peeking that. You know? That's usually like my third option. Everything more than likely results back to me trying to get here. If you could get here, you could kind of control the map. You can see from different angles and stuff like that. But you always want to watch your back. You know, you want to come back here, peep that, nobody's there. You want to jump up here, look down, nobody's there. A lot of times when people are coming through here, they aren't looking up. So usually I can get a kill or two possibly. Or if I come out this way, I'm automatically pre-aiming this. Some guys come through the middle there. I can probably get a kill there, instantly jump up, see somebody running, boom, 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 get that kill. I got two guys trying to flank me while I'm here, you know? Boom, boom, you watch that. Then you want to come back. Okay? So this is usually how you want to defend this position. When you're over here, you want to defend this position like that. All right? You automatically want to aim there. That's your first option. When you're here, that's your first option. Anybody could be coming up those stairs at any given time. Okay? From here, I wouldn't usually peek this and aim like this. 9 out of 10, I'm just cooking nades, tossing that shit down there. Boom, watching that area, getting in cover. Boom, watching that area, getting in cover. You know? Boom, you want to slide past there. Boom, watch the area, get some cover. Boom, come back. Watch that area, get some cover. This is like your primary spot right there. That's what you really want to be watching. I wouldn't suggest you take gunfights from here because, like I said, a lot of people snipe and they'll just sit there. That's why I just chuck nades down there. Boom, you chuck nades down there. Boom, you bank them off the wall. somewhere around like right here, that'll probably get him way, way, way back there. If you bank a nade right off of there, I'll show you that really quick. Boom. Watch where that explodes. Right there. Right at that heady. Alright? And if you use frag grenades, stuff like that, it gets easier the more you use them. You just gotta continuously use them and practice like bank shots, you know? But like I said, this is like my primary position. I want to watch that area. I want to watch my back. This right here is a spawn point as well. And this right here is a spawn point as well. So like anything could happen in games. So like you always want to check spawn points. If you know spawn points, you always want to check spawn points. Okay. So you just gonna head back over to the other side really quick. I just want to go over everything. Okay, this is your primary spawn, like I said. You could possibly spawn in this area too. This is like your secondary spawn. You could possibly spawn up here, more back here, stuff like that. But this area right here is also a spawn point. Some people know this, some people don't. Or rather, I believe it's right here exactly. Like for hardpoint, like when they have two, like that area right there is a spawn point. Right here is a spawn point. Around here is a spawn point. Right there is a spawn point. These are like your spawn points, right? You know, right in this area. So you could be here, you could be here. You could pop up here. And most of these spawns are just situational. It depends on where the enemy's at. So if you get spawned all the way over here, that means your enemies are closer to this area. Call of Duty, how it works, it wants to put you almost furthest away from the enemy. So if you still are getting spawns like right here, and your team has this area or whatever, and you're still getting spawns over here, if you get like a weird spawn over there, just know that enemies could be pushing you through this way or anything. So like, if you do get these spawn points and you come over here, you should be like watching this general area. You want to peek, okay? Because enemies could be coming through this way. They could be coming up that way. Or they could be possibly in the kitchen, but not down that way, more toward this way, coming through this way and trying to push you, you know? So you want to, you know, just know that enemies should be coming from here, possibly here, or back here. This spawn means that they're really, really close to you because this is your primary spawn. If you spawn out over there, that means your enemies are very close to you, okay? For those that don't know, just quickly breaking that down for certain players, because I see a lot of teammates of mine are dying a lot, and just knowing spawns helps you understand where to go, how to start moving once you die. And it's Call of Duty, everybody dies, shit happens, whatever. But it's about how you recover when you die. That's very important. Okay, so quickly, your hard points, this is P1 right here. Okay, for some players, like they get lost on the map, they don't know what's coming up next. Or, you know, they don't really know the rotation of certain hard points. And that usually has teams losing a lot because they just don't know where to go next. And a lot of times, like, people play hard points when they don't need to. If you see that it's 10 seconds left on a hard point, just go to the next one. Just go to the next one. It doesn't matter. Go to the next one. They usually show it up on the screen. It'll be like a gray arrow. Go there. But I'm showing you while I'm just roaming the map so people could just know exactly where to go next. So this is your P1. This is your first area. If you spawn back there, 9 out of 10, you're coming piano or whatever, you're aiming there because players are usually coming toward that first spawn point and they usually come from there. Or if you're a really good player, You're either coming up here, boom, boom, boom. You don't see anybody. You know this is clear and wide open. So you're picking off kills here. You're picking off kills here. You're picking off kills here. Possibly getting the kill here. And I say possibly because, like I said, those are sniper areas. But if you could take out a sniper with an AR, then, you know, more power to you. You could play it. And that's what's up. I've done it, and I've been sniped, you know. So it's like a 50-50. But this area right here is really, really, really good to hold down for P1. P1 is right here. The pool area is P1, okay? For my players that didn't get that the first time around, this whole area is P1, point 1, okay? And if you have spawns over here, usually you have the advantage. If you die and you get your main spawn, your P2 is right up here. Boom. This whole area is your P2, okay? A lot of players, when they play P2, they play here, and that is cool. I usually like to be right here because players that were fighting for P1, they're coming up these stairs and they're trying to get around to fuck us up. So I like to play this area right here. Watch this area because most people don't realize this area points right up to that window. And a lot of times players are so busy watching the pool that they don't even pay attention to the guy watching them. Boom, they die. And now your spawn is like way, 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 way over here. If you die in P2, your spawn is like in this area. You know, that's if your team has the P2 area. Your spawn point is going to be here. If you spawn on the other side, that means your enemies have got to P2. Alright, I got about 13 minutes left in this. Boom, your P2 here. Alright. For some players, I like to play this right here. Use these stairs. Boom, and watch them there. I usually let my other guys get points on the area while I watch their backs through this door. Boom, watch that. And then you can, you know, kind of pop up here. Make sure nobody's coming up that way. Okay. Or you can come down a little bit lower if you like. I like to get a little bit higher because I like to switch back and forth between both. It depends on, you know, how you jump in and stuff like that. You don't want to over jump this because then you'll just fall down and you could possibly die because you weren't expecting a fall. But I like to watch this area right here for my guys. I like to watch their backs. That can get me a few slay kills or whatnot. Alright, now this area right here, this is your P3 area. Hard point, this is your P3. Alright. Usually, when my team has P3, I like to watch this. Because most enemies are coming from here and from this side. I don't technically have to see them. But if I'm right here, the minute they pop up on my screen, boom, 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 I could get those kills. And I also like to watch this area. You know, when you're in the kitchen, this area right here is a power position. This area right here is a power position. This area right here is a power position. Okay? And this area right here, power position, power positions. Okay? Know where your power positions are at. Power position, power positions. Okay? So when you're in P3, you're slaying or whatever, you want to get kills and stuff like that, know where your power positions are at. You could also play this table, but you just got to be aware that you're way out in the open. People are just coming. They're going to be rushing from here, trying to get to P3. I wouldn't suggest you do that in P3. That's why I like to be here. So from here, I can watch this. From here, I can watch back. A lot of smart players will flank to try to get spawns over here because P3 is dominant and your P4 is spawning right over here. So like I said, a lot of players like to come over here. They'd be in this area, you know, because they want spawns. Now, if you want to flip spawns, I'd suggest you get like in this area. This is a pretty good power position from here. Most players don't expect you to be back here, you know, but you got to watch both of these, you know, right here, boom, boom. Most players, like, if they're back here, your teammates are getting P3 or whatever, boom, they're over there buying time. You want to make sure that your team gets spawned because this is P4. Inside of here, this is your P4 area. And from P4, I usually play this side right here. Boom. You can watch that. People that's coming in, they won't know. If I have stuns, you could bank your stun off of this corner right here. Boom. This room, it'll hit right in the middle of there. This is a good position right here, but you also have to make sure that, you know, you're watching this. If you want to play it safe, I'd suggest you get like behind this soap bottle. Boom, you watch that, you know, you got decent vision, and people that are coming out this way and from underground, they won't really see you immediately. So you can kind of get a peeker's advantage at that when they're coming in just rushing. So like I said, P4, I like to play this position. I play this position occasionally, or this position. But like I said, you play this position, you gotta be, you know, you gotta be able to flick fast and take teammates out. Some people like to play this. I'm not a huge fan of this area, but if you do, I'd suggest you kind of hang on this corner right here. That'll give you some nice cover for people coming in through this way. And the guys that are coming through this door, they won't see you. This wall is going to block you. They'll slide out, try to get time. Boom, you can get that free kill, you know? But like I said, I suggest you hug the wall if you're going to sit here, or you could just play it super safe and just go prone inside of the shower. This is a really good position right here. Most players that play this, I see them standing here. I see them up here, you know, something like that. Like, you can't see what's going on out there, you know? And a lot of times, this is your primary area to watch because P3 was just hit. Players are coming around this way. That's their fastest route to get here. But they also take the alternate route to get through here, okay? So, boom, right here going prone. You can watch, you know, most of that over there. You want to use this right here. If you're here, this is your primary area. You don't want to really be watching this too much, especially if you have a guy over there. Let your guy cover your body for here, okay? So if you do happen to die, your guy sitting in that corner should get that trade for you. Right here, you want a primary here. Unless you're on like a kill streak, then yeah, I'd suggest you kind of keep flicking back and forth. You know, if you want to preserve your life or whatever, you want to flick back and forth. Make sure nothing's over here, nothing's over there. Boom, everything's clear. Y'all get y'all time on P4. Boom. And from here, while you're in P4, the next rotation is going to be right back to P1. But if you guys hold P4 the whole time, just know that your enemies had the advantage for that from that spawn point over there, excuse me. From that spawn point way back there, they had the advantage for the next rotation of the hard points. So boom, this is going to be your P1 again. So after you go through the first round of 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd suggest you start from here. You want to get that peek on. You could get behind this bed right here. I wouldn't suggest you get behind this. Most players, they play this, and this is somewhat predictable. And I say that because it's predictable like the piano is predictable. That guy from the piano is probably going to slay you before you get here from P4 because they had that quick advantage from their spawn point to get right there. They're probably already waiting because they've been dying over here in P4. So they're going to be over there already. That's why I suggest you just, boom, start peeking this immediately. Boom, duck behind the bed. See what you can see. If you can see the guy from here, more than likely he can see you. Okay? And then you got these guys that like to be up top. So by the time you get here, they'll slay you. Boom, start moving and get P1. Now they got points. So what I suggest you do from P4, after you guys get P4, even if you're over here, start back. Boom, you go back. You hit route number 1. Boom, you chuck your nades, start aiming. Because they want to watch over P1, more than likely it's going to be 1 or 2 guys out here. Boom, boom, you get those kills. You buy your team time to get point 1. Somebody down here should be able to try to fight this guy at piano. I don't want you to necessarily worry about piano. From point 4, you want to chuck your nade down there to try to get that sniper, because that sniper might be there because it's just a free kill right here. So just chuck your nade there just in case. Boom. And then aim here. From up there, you aim here. That's your primary position you really want to be watching. Just chuck your nade there. If it gets a kill, yeah. If it doesn't, whatever. This is your primary area you want to watch. Most players go there trying to watch P1. Okay, boom, back up here. Boom, you get your P2. You know, you want to be watching from here, whatever. If you're on the opposite side and you're playing from the P4 area, boom, you guys lose P1. Let's say the enemies, they buy their time over here, boom, you lose P1. All right, cool. Don't be predictable and just come that route, okay? Do not do that, okay? So from here, boom, if you guys lose time, what I want you to do is just, boom, immediately hit like an alternate route, okay? You want to come through this way, start knocking them off over here, boom. You want to slide up here, okay? Because from here, you can see most of the guys that will be camping in P2, okay? If they're camping, you'd be able to see them from here, boom, boom, boom. If you got stuns, chuck them in there. If you got grenades, chuck them in there, okay? This will buy you guys a little bit more time on P2. Or if you want to, you know, throw them off a little bit, trying to get to P2, you could just, boom, take that route, start coming up slaying. But usually it's somebody sitting here trying to watch that. It could be somebody over here or in this area watching that. Or it could be somebody just directly watching this, you know. That's why I suggest most players, you come up this way, boom. If the gate is closed, you can also jump on this ledge, walk across. It could be somebody over here. You want to get that quick kill. You want to hop over, immediately go for that guy that's more than likely sitting in this corner, watching this. That's your primary target right there. Once you take that route, again, boom, just show you from here. That's if the gate's locked. Or sometime even if the gate's not locked, this route will throw them off a little bit. Boom, you could get that kill. You want to come looking this way. Okay, nobody can see you from the other side. So if they're sitting in this corner, you just killed one dude over here, you killed that next guy, okay? By the time you kill him, you're already looking here. So even if the guy hits this corner, boom, you could get that kill. If you die, it is what it is. Some of your other teammates could be pushing through this way. Boom, they'll get your trade. You come, boom, you guys get P2. Somebody's watching this. The gate's closed. Somebody's watching back. Or if you're a player like me, somebody's watching this area and this area. Okay? Same. Go over real quick. Power positions, you know. Power positions at P3. Boom, power positions at P3. Okay? You could be over here. I wouldn't really suggest it. You could get killed from that angle. You're gonna go all the way back around to the main spots. Power position here. You want to prone out. Boom. Aim. Primary right here. If you're on this side, make sure that your left off is blocked off. Your left area is blocked off, so when players come through, sliding or whatever, boom, 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 free kill for you. And then you can watch this main door right there. Another free kill for you. They're not really going to be expecting you to be back here. You can mount this and get a little bit more cover if you need. But that's going to be it for today. I just wanted to run over a few tips and tricks for you guys. I really appreciate you for checking out the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. And we out. Peace, man. Good luck out there. Hope you guys slay and do good in your games. Alright? Yeah, we out, man.